Should we talk about the Astra GTE?
The final bill, I think it comes to £18,500.
There's been a change of direction with that car.
I
wanted that car.
Even like your mouth was going, Mark.
No car on this site has had more interest than that car there.
Christmas Eve, and
I've never heard of that as a problem.
The engine blew up.
Right, so it's the first week back of 2025. We're getting back into the swing of things. I love a new year, feel energized, feel excited, and I like to have a little bit of a sort of a change of game plan with what we're doing. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the mistakes that we've made over the previous months. We're also going to be talking about some problems that we've currently got as a car dealership. And I've got a little announcement as well. Got quite a big announcement that's going to be quite attractive to a lot of you lot watching. And just generally, I want to cover a lot of the cars that we've bought over the last few months, because I sort of buy cars on the channel and then they just disappear and you lot don't hear about them again. I see comments all the time like, what happened to that car? What happened to that car? I've got so much to talk about, so much to update you on, so let's just get straight on it. So yes, it is a new year. I hope everyone's feeling positive for the new year. Happy New Year to everyone watching, by the way. It's so important, man. Every year I like to sort of feel a new energy, feel excited for what's to come. And just like I said just now, just having a bit of a change of plan, change of action, just looking at things, just generally looking over things and looking where you can improve on stuff. So I've got a few ideas for the new year. I've got a few ideas outside of the car trade, but also within the car trade. One of my main goals this year is I want to buy more cars in 2025 than I've ever bought in any other year previously. Now we generally sell, I think in last year we sold over 1,000 cars, so it means I've got to buy well over 1,000 cars and smash that goal in 2025. Obviously the thing with a car yard is, and I think this a lot, as you wander around you generally see the cars, or you only see the cars that you haven't sold. You don't see all the cars that you have sold. So sometimes I walk out of my yard and I think, I've still got that car, need to sell that one. But that is just part of the nature of the car trade. It's part of the nature of having a car site. All these cars, these are the ones that haven't sold yet, all of them. And there's literally, I don't know, there's probably about 150 cars here. There's so many cars here that have not yet sold. You want them all sold all the time. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to go back through the channel and we're going to go start 3 months ago, right? We're going to go right back 3 months ago. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way through the list of cars that we've had on the channel that we've bought over the previous months that, well, let you know what ones are sold, what ones haven't sold. And we're going to kick it straight off with the M3 from Scotland. I flew to Scotland to buy that car. It was a lovely, lovely thing. It made a great video, great story. And when I bought it, I was a bit like, should I buy this? Shouldn't I buy this? But I'd flown to Scotland, had to buy it. Turned out to be an absolutely lovely car, and we sold it straight away. We made a relationship off the back of that car, by the way, with Rick, RG Specialist Cars. Is it RG? It's not even RG, is it? What's his name? VG Specialist Cars, because it's named after his children. Of course it is. So yeah, that was cool. That sold straight away. After that, we've got the two sports cars that we bought from a car dealership in Hitchin, the CL500 Merc and the VW Scirocco. Sold both of them straight away. Wicked, they're not here, so they're not looking at me in the eye and saying, Calvin, you ain't made no money out of me. Them two cars are sold. Then upwards from there, we've got the A35 AMG. In fact, the A35 AMG would give it away on Planet of Dreams, and the winner, Barry, he's from somewhere in this, I think he's in Scotland, and he just said, Calvin, I'll take the cash prize. So we've literally just paid him out, and I think that's just going to be going up for sale, I think. I don't know. Yeah, but that car's sort of, I don't even want to say lingered, because it hasn't lingered. It's been on Planet of Dreams, and now it's coming back to us. We could give it away again on Planet of Dreams, but I don't think we're going to do that. We're just going to out it at BINCA now. So the Mondeo that we bought from Facebook Marketplace, that car there, so we've done that video, it done really well, and we ended up trying to sell it to We Buy Any Car, obviously failed miserably, brought it back to BINCA, and I then thought, this could be a nice car. And we do this a lot of other car dealers will relate to this as well. We look at cars and we think, this could be a nice car. And that was one of them cars. We looked at fixing it, because it needed a steering rack and a few other bits to get through the MOT. And in the end I was like, just forget it. I can't spend my mechanic's time fixing a car like that that's going to make us no money at the end of it. It might return us a bit of money, but not much at all. Then pay to advertise it and so on. We just had to sell that car. So we literally sold, I think, for 550 quid. So we made 50 quid, but 50 quid profit in a business that's this size, it means zero. So yeah, that's now gone. The truck, the big truck, the one that our subscriber Phil spent over £100,000 on that truck. That's sold. That actually sold. It ended up on a competition platform where they gave it away. So perfect car for the platform. I would have loved to have given it away on Planet Dreams, but I can't afford to do that, unfortunately. But that car is now sold. The M135i, the blue one. I'm looking around like it's here. I'm looking around at other cars. That's Sold the C63 Black Series, a fake one. That sold straight away. That was a cool car, that was. Moving up from that, we've got Jesse's car. So we've done a deal with Jesse with his Peugeot, and then he done all that work on that Kia, and it turned out to be a big drama, right? Massive drama on his channel. It was probably the most successful car that he'd ever bought for content on his channel. I think he'd done like 5 or 6 videos on it. He gained like 20,000 subscribers. It was the best move that he could have made. I was so happy for him. And it got to the end of it, and he basically worked out that there was no problem with the car. So he spent all his time and effort trying to sort this car out, and it turned out it's just normal for these Kias to just, when they start from cold, they just run a bit funny. So he done that and ended up swapping the car with another car, and then I ended up buying the car off the guy that he swapped it with. I've now got the Peugeot here somewhere. I don't think we've sold the Peugeot, and I've got the Kia back because the Kia had done the wheels on it, done all this stuff on it, worked out it's absolutely fine, and the Kia's in this yard somewhere as well. Insignia there. We'll talk about that shortly as well. Chris Slick's car, the Seat Arosa. No car on this site has had more interest than that car there. Like, that car gets the most amount of inquiries. It's ridiculous. I think people were sharing it on Facebook forums and stuff and saying, look at this track car, it's amazing. We're getting offered part exchanges, getting offered so many different deals on that car, but nothing has materialised to a sale on that car yet. I paid £5,000 for that car. It's got a forged engine, it's got a big Garrett turbo, it's got an LSD, it's got some nice mods in it, it's got some brand new bucket seats in it, but it is still sitting here. Again, as you wander around the yard, I think the car's over there. Should we wander over there? Got some painting going on as well, by the way. Even this car here, I bought this off a friend, E350D Merc, night edition, lovely, lovely car. It's got the pan roof, it's got the adaptive LED lights, the wheels are an option as well. But again, it's just, it ain't flying out the door. It's amazing. 16 plate, lovely car. It's not done too many miles either. We may as well touch on this because this is the one we bought from Urban, the Insignia. I was a little bit unsure about buying this on the day that I bought it. It's a nice thing. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice car. But it's still sitting here. The Land Rover, again, we've had a crazy amount of interest in this, and that will sell though. Again, honestly, everything sells. One thing I want to say is used car today, everything bloody sells. There's nothing that doesn't sell. I've never ever had a car that doesn't sell, right? They all sell eventually. They literally all sell, right? I was on my way over to the Chris Slick's car. It's over there somewhere. It's in the back of the yard. We don't need to do that. We'll continue on working our way through the list. After that, we've got the BMW 430i that we bought from BCA, the one that had the little plastic trim damage on the front. We repaired that car. I think we've got the wheels refurbed, got it all prepped, sold it straight away. That was a lovely car that was. And then we went to see Sam Chapman, bought a few cars of him. I can't actually remember some of the cars that we bought, but one that springs to mind is the Audi S3 that was a project car. That sold straight away, and that sort of thing, they're massively demanded. Everyone wants a little project car, especially when it's like a German performance car like that. So yeah, that was good. Upwards from there, should we wander inside? We've got a whole video coming on this as well, by the way, once Duncan's done it. Duncan's on it. On it, Duncan, ain't ya? Wandering through here. Why did I want to wander through here? Golf R, we bought that in a recent video. Customer took that out for a test drive at the weekend. By the way, we're filming this on that week between Christmas and New Year. And it's just an annoying week, isn't it? We're actually busy at work, but in your home life, most people are off work. Like, why do you want to be off work for? What is everyone doing? Like, it's boring, man. It's all about being proactive and doing stuff. I'm looking forward to, I know this video is going up in the new year, but I'm looking forward to things just getting back to normal, man. Just get back to normal, getting back on it. Should we talk about the Astra GTE? But there's been a change of direction with that car. The Q7. This is the Q7 that I bought from a subscriber of the channel, Sack, yeah? He's a lovely guy. We drove up to Nottingham, and you find this a lot in the car trade. You find yourself putting a lot of time and a lot of energy and investment as well, because ultimately it costs money to buy these cars. You buy these cars and they just don't sell. The Auto Trader rating on this car is really high. We bought it for the right money. It's black, which is in any car probably the safest colour to buy going. It's got good specs. It's just a really, really nice thing. It's had a lot of interest, but it still has not sold. Again, it's just part of the trade. You've got to focus on what you're selling, not what you're not selling. It will sell, absolutely. Whoever buys that car is going to get an incredible car, but again, it's just part of the trades. We sell a lot of camper vans. Obviously, this time of year, they're not massively demanded, but they just don't lose no money, especially when you get a nice one like that. It's been done to that level. They're a great thing to buy. Great bit of stock, and there's generally pretty good margins in them. Just sometimes a bit slow to sell compared to most cars, but yeah, they're a really cool thing. We sell quite a few of them. The Jeep, lovely thing that is, that's still here. We did actually get a sale on it and it just basically didn't go to plan, so we've had to undo the sale and it's now back with us. And yes, back up for sale. Still the right money. Again, that ain't gonna depreciate. That's not something that I'm too concerned about because it's such a unique car and it is generating a lot of inquiries. It is a funny time of year, like as something else to consider, like December, like I said, at the point of filming this, it is December. People struggle to make, they don't struggle to make decisions. There's so much going on with Christmas, with New Year. People are generally trying to be sensible. They're trying to work out, should I buy this? Should I not buy this? Is it a bad time to buy? Should I just get into the new year? There's a lot of decisions to make as you enter the new year. So I get it that people are a bit sort of unsure, but generally December's been a good month. It's been a good month. So moving down the list, or up the list even on the channel, the SVO Range Rover, that's sold. We've done all right out of that as well. That was a nice, we made a nice margin on that. It actually sold through the channel. A lot of cars sell because of social media. You can imagine the amount of views that we're getting online. Like, we buy loads. We buy a crazy amount of cars through social media, which was part of the reason why we set up Enter Reg, because we just can't cope with all of these cars. But also selling wise, it's the perfect way to see a car. When I do a video on a car and I'm like, yeah, check this car out, it's amazing, look, and it's got this, you know, it's been restored, it's had wheels done, people get to see the car. It's such a great way to sell cars. You don't need to sell, I don't need to be a salesman, I'm just entertaining the world, showing people around the car, just talking about it. But amongst that audience, there might well be just one single buyer in that audience, like, you know what, that car is for me. And it helps, not only helps sell cars, but also instills the confidence in the sale or in the buyer. GT3 RS replica, that's actually going on Planet of Dreams tonight, by the way. So if you're not entered for your chance to win that car, you know what to do. I think it might be sold out by now, but if it ain't sold out, and there is still a few entries available, you can enter for your chance to win that car. Now, I was driving that the other day when I went to pick up the Astra GTE, right? And literally as I pulled up on the driveway to pick up the Astra GTE, we had to refilm the pull-up section because as I pulled up, I heard like a boing sound from the front left wheel. I thought, what is that? It must be a snap coil spring. And as I was driving it after that, it was rattly on that front left corner. And we put it on a ramp earlier in the week. I've driven this car like hundreds of miles. I love it. Yeah, it's been perfect. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And then, in fact, that come from Rick, VG. Drive shaft, CV joint, outer front. So it needs a CV joint basically. It was 75 quid. I think it was called Porsche and it was like 800 quid to get one from Porsche. So we've ordered that. We're gonna get it done before Sunday, before tonight, before you win the car anyway. But yeah, that's, again, it's the nature of the car trade. You get these little things that just jump out of nowhere and they're like, oh, £100 bill. That's best case as well. So yeah, that was interesting. I just uploaded the video last night actually of Mark McCann's cars. That's quite funny. And the video's smashing it. It's doing so well. It's the longest video we've ever posted. And what I thought was in that video, what I should have done is I should have done a car vertical check on the Escort Cosworth. And I'm going to do that right now because so many people were like, I want to know more about the Escort Cosworth. And I'm thinking to myself, I want to know more about that Escort Cosworth. So let's jump on the video right now. And we're going to talk about the cars that we bought from him as well shortly. So let's get the reg up of that Escort Cosworth. Leon's on it. Oh, it's another camper van actually. So you can talk about camper vans. Anyone got any camper vans they want to sell? Do let us know. Leon's over there, he's on it. I was chatting to Leon this morning, and Leon and Jerome, just having brothers, man, it's just been so so amazing. Leon said that one of the lads at BINCA said, Leon, do you think you'd be where you are today if you didn't have your brothers? And Leon was like, absolutely not. And we all work so well together. People say to me all the time, is that right? It's all right. Do you ever fall out? And no, we literally just get on. We just get on. We're with each other all the time. We just get on. He's obviously doing, I don't know what he's doing with that camper van now. It's got the roof up. Wouldn't it be funny if he drove into something that, well, it wouldn't be funny. He must be driving it into the unit because we've just had the floor painted in the unit, which has turned into a bit of a palaver. We painted it once and it wasn't non-stick paint. So it dried and then it was really slippery. It gets condensated in there. And then we've painted it again with some special hardener and we've put sand in the paint as well. And it's now finally dry. So they're parking some cars back in the unit now, which is cool. Got some punters over there looking at a KA in the background there. Something we've been talking about this morning as well. I'm talking about whilst I'm loading up this car vertical check, by the way. We're going to come back to that shortly on the Escort Cosworth. But We're talking about, like, we try to group cars up, so we'll have like the smaller cars, like Corsas. At the minute we might have about 10 Corsas in stock. We might have about 5 Fiestas and KAs, and another five or so Fiat 500s, and you get customers coming down, like they're looking at that KA now, but they might be interested in that Corsa, but it's over there, and it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. There's a Fiesta there as well. There's even like, there's a few cars. There's a Corsa over there. There's so many. We sell a lot of these smaller cars, but it'd just be better if they were all grouped together, and we do try to do that. And again, going into the new year, it's just putting basic things in place that we can, you know, improve on conversion, improve on business, improve on what we're doing, and just, you know, just making it better for the customer, better for us as staff, and better for the business overall as well. So yeah, little things like that, really, really important, but it's hard on a daily basis to, like, genuinely, it sounds mad, but it's quite difficult keeping on top of it, especially when you're, although we've got a huge yard, space is always a bit of a problem. So yeah,
it's kind of like how you know, supermarkets like Tesco and Sainsbury, they line certain products near the entrances.
Amar, that is a perfect analogy. You're spot on, because you go to Tesco's and you want to buy meat, uncooked meat. You go to the uncooked meat aisle, and then you're there. It's like, oh, do I need chicken? Do I need lamb? Do I need pork? Whatever. It's all there, and you're in the right place for the. It's just the best way to do it. You're currently a meat buyer, so you're looking at meat, and then you go to the veg place and you're looking at all different veg, and then they'll put stuff in front of you like a little pack of oranges rather than one single orange. They put a pack of oranges in front of you, so then you're not buying a pack. Or it's just so clever. It's basic marketing, it's basic business, it's basic tactics with sales, but it's so important. Why do you want to pay to have customers come into your Tesco's, your supermarket, or your car dealership, and then walking out empty-handed? You've got cars here for them, you've got stuff that they want to buy, you've just got to make sure you put it in front of them, make sure it's looking good, and then generally they will buy. That's funny, I've just noticed there's actually a Fiesta here as well, but that should be over there or over there. They should all be together, all these cars should be together. And on that note, if anyone's got a Vauxhall Corsa they want to sell, I'm proactively always, like growing up in Luton, Vauxhalls were obviously a big brand. Vauxhall is Luton is the home of Vauxhall. Everyone had Vauxhall back in the day. I've grown up surrounded by Vauxhalls, so if you've got a Corsa that you want to sell, yeah, because I've always been known to sell Vauxhall Corsas, I've always got loads in stock. If you've got a Corsa you want to sell, reach out. Also, I personally like, as much as Corsas are great, they're cool, they're good for business, I'm not that excited about Corsas. I love a Land Rover, the Velar, I love that car. Range Rover Sports, even the old, we've got an old Vogue somewhere, I just see it about over there. I love them old Vogues, I think they're cool. Defenders, bit of a funny thing to sell, but I love them. I love a Defender. I don't like driving them, but I just think they're wicked. I love a Land Rover. So if anyone's got a Corsa or a Land Rover that you want to sell, even if it's an Evoque, I'll buy your Evoque off you. Just pop down Spink with it. Bring it down. I want to buy your Land Rover Evoque, right? On it. So yeah, this car vertical check. Let's look at this now. It is loaded. It's loaded. I've been off ill, by the way. Like, I had that December virus. Horrible, man. It proper wiped me out. I ain't been to the gym for like 2 weeks. I swear, I think that's the longest I've ever been throughout my whole life not going to the gym. Like, I go to the gym Monday to Friday every day, yeah? 5 times a week. Some days I might be busy doing something, so at least 4 times a week, every week, without fail, since I was 18 years old, yeah? I lift weights, I hit the treadmill, I love it, it's so important. And the last 2 weeks I've been ill, then we had Christmas, and then it's just, I need to get back in the gym, that's the point. Anyway, I looked in the mirror this morning, I look bloody yellow like Homer Simpson. Anyway, on it, either way I'm on it, even since I've been ill, I've been on it. Odometer's all good on the Escort Cosworth. The finance is all good. It's got no finance on it, of course, because it's an old car. You can't get finance on it. And it's got no previous damage. It's not been stolen. I just want to know, oh my God, the mileage on that Escort Cosworth. Mark, hopefully you don't mind me doing a car vertical check on your car and showing the world. I just read through the comments last night and everyone's like, I want to know more about that car. So 25,900 miles. That's the last registered mileage point on that car in 2022. So it's obviously sat on his driveway that whole time. But what a lovely car. If you haven't seen the video of Mark us touring his car collection, you need to go and check that video out. It was like nearly 2 hours long. When I uploaded it, I was like, is this too long? But everyone was loving it, and I thought, you know what, purposely I'm going to film longer videos talking about more, because people clearly want to see more conversation about cars. So yeah, it is all good. It's had 3 ownership record changes. That car is a gem. There's the Porsche. No, listen, just about hear the knocking noise. Look how good this car looks. This is so perfectly timed. Is he driving down here in it? Look how, this is going tonight, guys. One of you lucky people is going to win this car. Hear the noise? Don't worry, we're gonna get that fixed. Look at it. Jerome's driving it. Again, in the background, another brother. Yes, Jerome. Look at that car. He's on it, sorting stuff out with that. It's sorting stuff out with customers, with cars. It's so good. But yeah, back to the Car Vertical check. Obviously, big thanks to Car Vertical sponsoring this video. They are the main sponsor of my channel. It's so important that you do a car check when you're buying a car, used car of any kind, because you don't know what you're buying. Let's face it, you don't know what you're buying. Do your checks. Make sure you do it. Use my code CCD to get 20% off. And it supports the channel, supports them, and it helps you out as well, of course. So yeah, that car's had 3 ownership changes, and it's got a whole timeline there of events. Jerome's on it. Jerome is on it throughout the life of the journey of that car, and it's just interesting to see what's going on with the background of your car. So yeah, I'll link Car Vertical in the description below. Make sure you use my code. Yeah. Where was we going? We was talking about stuff. So much to talk about. So much to talk about. Defender there. They're always good news. They are good news. There's Jesse's Kia there, looking good. Porsche's looking incredible. Back down the list of cars. What was our most recent one? We spoke about the SVO Range Rover. We then went up to, just had a Q3 arrive. Oh, that was one of Mike Brewer's cars actually. That car there. So I think we bought 3 off Mike Brewer. That's one of the 3 that is still here. The other 2 sold, so that's pretty good. And as I was walking, I was thinking about something else. So we just had that Q3 arrive, but this car here, this was mine and Leon's company car from over 10 years ago, right? Obviously our brand, the car buying shop, it's all in the buying. It's completely in the buying. It's all about just buying more all the time. Sometimes you think, should I buy this? Should I not buy this? I just think buy all the time. Like I said earlier, I want to buy as many cars as I possibly can throughout the year of 2025. And we've always got that mindset. Keep bloody buying, because like I said earlier as well, they all eventually sell. Everything sells eventually, yeah? So we set up this brand, the car buying shop, yeah? Does exactly what it says on the tin. It was a shop on the high street. The concept's completely gone now because everything's shifted online, which is why we set up enterreg.com. Private sellers go there now instead of going to our little local shop on the high street. We've still got the shop, it's still there, but no one ever goes there. It's not used. Constantly looking to buy. Even this morning, I woke up this morning, I thought, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go visit some local car dealers. And on the way in, I went to see a car dealership called Hilton Car Supermarket to see if they've got any part exchanges they want to sell. Again, being proactive. Even me, Calvin's Car Diary on social media, doing everything that I'm doing. You'd think Calvin must have business coming at him all the time. I do have business coming at me all the time, but I want to buy more all the time. Even in my videos, I'm like, if you've got a car you want to sell, I am a trader, so I pay trade money. Yeah, I can't pay you retail money for your car. If I buy at retail and I sell at retail, well, one, I ain't going to earn no money, but forget about earning money. I ain't going to pay my bills. I ain't going to pay no staff. I can't pay for the lights turn on, my overheads, my advertising. I need to buy at trade and sell at retail. So if you've got a car that you're going to, I'll conveniently buy it off you. We can even film a video and entertain the world. I'll buy that car off you. I can sell it retail. You're supporting a family business. We earn a margin. You get your car out the door quick and easy, and we keep the momentum going, all right? So yeah, if you've got a car you want to sell, just pop down to BINCA. We're here, we're in Milton Keynes. Get on it, just pop down, or go to enterreg, email us, sales@binca.co.uk. Do whatever you want to do, yeah? I want to buy your car. Constantly pushing to buy cars. Even like I said, this morning, I'm at that car dealership. I hear you got some part exchanges. Do you want to sell them? They didn't seem like they were on it, to be fair, but it doesn't matter. It's a numbers game. Keep buying, keep getting yourself out there, keep pushing to do more. And on that note, I've got 2 announcements. 2 announcements. Which one should I start with first? I think, whilst on the subject of the car trade, we'll talk about the car trade announcement first. If you want to get involved with the car trade and you want to learn how to be a car trader, right? I can teach you how to be a car trader. I am going to be offering one-to-one coaching. I'm charging for it, obviously. I'm going to be charging money for it, because if I'm taking time away from my dealership to give you time on how you can earn money and grow in your dealership, whether you've got 0 to 10 cars, there's generally sort of 3 categories of car dealers, 0 to 10, then 10 to 70, and then we're sort of upwards from there. We're in the 70 plus bracket, right? Whoever you are, whether you're starting out in the car trade, I get asked every day, how can I get into the car trade? Can you help me? I'm doing one-to-one coaching, that's chargeable. I'm doing group sessions as well, private sessions that you can join as well. Again, that's chargeable. I'm also doing a free community on school. Go and join my free community where we can go there, we can interact with each other on school, chat to each other about the car trade, talk about our problems, talk about our solutions to our problems, talk about a game plan of action, the hurdles we're having within our car dealership. just a way of us as car dealers getting together and having open discussions. It's completely free to join that community, but again, if you want in depth more of my time, I can give you that, but it's chargeable, all right? That is one announcement. The second announcement, yeah, I'll link my school. It's called the Car Dealer University, by the way. I'm proud of it. It's something that I've trying to sort of piece together for a long time. And over the last 2 weeks since I've been ill, obviously I've been off work and I've been like, can't do nothing. So I've been at home thinking, I've been getting messages. I went live on TikTok one day and everyone was like, Cav, can you tell me this about the car trade? This about, and I thought, I need to just show people. I need to show people how to do this. My brother Curtis there, he just pulled up and stopped for some reason. Another brother in the house. Curtis, he's our tech guy. He's behind the scenes doing all of our tech stuff. He does Enter Reg, he does Planet of Dreams, does the BINCA website, he does the car buying shop website, and he's on it. He likes cars. As you can see, he's just bought an M3. So yeah, car trading has been the core of my success. Like, I've started off with one car, built up to however many cars we've got today. I've bought and sold property, I've invested in businesses. I've done so much. I've given myself a lifestyle. Like, I've done so much off the back of just being a used car dealer. This is my bread and butter, and I can definitely show people the way how to do it, and I want to do it. I do want to charge for it, of course, because it's my time, but if anyone out there needs help with being a car trader, whichever sort of level of car trading you're at, reach out. I can help you, all right? The second announcement, which we briefly mentioned in the Mark McCann video, is quite ironic really, because in the video he was talking about his daughter, and he was talking about the difference between having a little boy and a little girl. Obviously I've got a little boy, Kai, he's 10 years old. In fact, he's going to be turning 11 this month. And in that video, he sort of advised me on the difference between having a boy and having a girl. And I said in that video, well, one day I might have a girl. And at the point of filming that video, I didn't know that I'd be stood here today announcing to my channel that my missus is pregnant and we're having a little girl, which I am over the moon about. Obviously we've got Kai, he's 10 years old, and big news, man. I'm probably happy about it. We're gonna have a little girl. We've had scans and everything's good. She's healthy, which is amazing. And yeah, at the point of filming that video, like I said, I didn't realise that would be something that I'd be dropping. So super pleased to be going into 2025 with so many ideas, so many new plans, so many things to be excited about. Also, yeah, we're gonna have a little girl, man. So really pleased about that. I'm actually building a house at the minute as well, which is super exciting, and we're hoping to have the house done in time for when the baby arrives. So yeah, we were just talking off camera and the master, Cav, you need to tell everyone about, I'm like, you know what, I need to, so much to talk about, man. So much to talk about. So yeah, really pleased about that. If we continue on, the Land Rover, that's something else. In fact, that's one of the cars that we took as sale or return when I went to Sam Chapman. So we talked about the Audi S3. That was the car there that we collected that day, and we've had inquiries on that. Defenders are a funny market, the older Defenders anyway. I say older Defenders because we took the Insignia in part exchange against the other Defender that we bought from, or we sold to Urban. This time of year, obviously cars like that, 4x4s, are generally more demanded, but they are a really funny market. But at the same time, I still like them. I do like them. So yeah, that's still here as well. The M2 competition, I think I mentioned that's sold straight away. That was a lovely car. We bought that from BCA, really nice thing that was. The Suzuki Liana, we gave it away on Planet of Dreams, the one that we bought from Drive Tribe, gave it away on Planet of Dreams. Understandably, the winner took the cash prize, and the car's still here somewhere in the yards. That's bad for business. And whilst we're on the subject of bad for business, the Honda FRV, look at the state of the car. So we bought two cars off of Mark that day. The Mitsubishi, which is, I don't know it's got an issue with it. Again, time for mechanics, making sure their time is spent on things that are earning us money. The Mitsubishi and the Honda's, it's running funny. And it's just sat there the whole time, and it's in the queue to get looked at, but I just prioritise the mechanics work all the time with some stuff that's earning us money. If I spend their time on that, there's no money in that. So if anyone wants to buy a Honda FRV for whatever I paid for it, then reach out, man. But again, going back to my mentality, it's all about buying all the time. I know I keep saying this, or just do more. And sometimes you do things in business, whether you're a car trader or whatever you do for a living, you'll do things and you think, this just doesn't earn me money. That day, me and Amar jumped in our car, we drove all the way to near Birmingham, which is where Mark lived. We filmed this whole massive video. We bought two cars. I had to pay a recovery driver to bring them back. I've probably overpaid for the cars, you know, I ain't gonna earn no money out of them. That move makes no financial sense whatsoever, right? But overall, it's like, Be proactive, do a little bit more. The day we went to, what was another example? Is there any other examples? We're sort of getting our way through this. Oh, the Suzuki Liana, that's what sparked me to say this. Again, you're like, I've been proactive trying to film videos with YouTubers. We filmed a video with, obviously Mark McCann spoke about a lot in this video, Auto Alex, Mike Brewer. I've been getting out there filming videos with other channels. Drive Tribe was one of them. I reached out to them and said, look, if you've got a car you want to sell, let me know, I'll buy it. And they said, oh, I've got a Suzuki Liana if you want that. I thought, sod it, let's just do it. They were out in like Somerset or something. They were miles away. It was a mission. The M4 was closed tomorrow, wasn't it, that day? It was a mission going there. Even on the way there, I was thinking, what am I doing? We filmed the video. The video didn't even do very well. But then forget that. 2025, guys, it's all about just pushing yourself to do more. Sometimes it ain't worth it. Sometimes it makes absolutely no sense. But it's all about just putting yourself out there. You attract more. You'll do more overall. You just got to keep doing more, doing what you can. And sometimes you're not a busy fool. You're on it. You're proactive. That's what it's all about, yeah? And that's what I've been trying to do as much of as possible. Just doing more, doing what I can to generate as much as possible. So we're then at the Mike Brewer video, which we spoke about. Then Auto Alex, right? We bought 2 boxes of Auto Alex, right? The Corsa VXR had no front seats, sold that straight away, made a little profit on it. We then bought the electric car, which is still here somewhere, and that car has had a crazy amount of inquiries. I don't see the attraction personally, but there's going to be profit in that car. That is selling, but it is still currently here somewhere. So that weren't a bad move at all. It made a wicked video. The video done really well, and I think Alex is just proper sound on sort of, you know, I'm over the moon. I'm blessed to have been able to get him on the channel. So, in fact, whilst we're here, my M3 Touring, we've not done a lot of content on that because I'm kind of sitting on something at the minute. Oh man, I can't make it. There's something I'm struggling to make a decision on. I say struggling, that sounds bad. I don't struggle to make decisions. There's just something with that car that's kind of lingering with me a little bit, and I can't really talk about it. But yeah, I've started filming a video on that car. Just put it out there, I am absolutely loving it, by the way, and that is kind of part of the problem. I really, really like that car, and I'm getting some great use out of it. Getting parts delivered all the time. It literally just feels like there's stuff going on here all the time. Love it, love the activity. But yeah, we'll have a video going live at some point soon on the M3 Touring, all right? Jerome's just jumped in Curtis's M3, which I think Curtis is now putting up for sale. I've got a feeling the reason why that's here is because Jerome's probably taking it round to the ballotters to get some photos of it. So yeah, back to mistakes and problems in the car trade. Sometimes you buy things and you think this is a mistake, this is a problem, but none of it is. All right, none of it is. And I'm going to be talking about all of this within my school community, which, like I say, is free to join. Get on it, man. If you're in the car trade or you're on your journey through the car trade, make sure you join because it's going to be so cool. Upwards from that, we're at present day, aren't we? We're literally at the present day. Got the Civic Type R, the one that we bought from Andy. He was the winner of the Golf R. We've skipped past the Golf R on the channel as I was scrolling through the channel. So we obviously bought the Golf R, give it away on Planet Dreams. Andy won that car, and then we ended up buying his Civic Type R off him. And then we're now at the Astra VX, I nearly said VXR, Astra GTE. Let's wander back into the Astra GTE. Come through this way. It's cold out here, isn't it? It is cold, man. Wander through here, back to the Astra GTE. I keep taking this going to say VXR. Notice how I walked past that electric car and didn't say nothing about it because I'm just not interested in electric cars. But at the same time, oh, the Tesla. Did we do a video on the Tesla, Amar? We did. We mentioned the Tesla in a video, didn't we? But that Tesla, we sold that straight away. We have been buying a few more electric cars because they're good news. They're selling. The Astra GTE. So we've done a video on Christmas Day where I handed it over to my brother Leon as a surprise. Yeah. When it came in and when I got offered it, the story was obviously I said to you, went to a car show, saw it at a car show, and I just thought of Leon straight away. It's not a car that we get offered regularly. I wanted to buy it. I knew that I could tell that this car was such a nice example. Even like the guy told me he'd bought all the bits from Vauxhall, he'd fully restored it himself, and everything about it was so cool. It's a Champion as well, which I think they only made like 250 Champions. It's one of 250 cars. That's if there is still 250 around. Obviously full leather, netted headrest. It's got different wheels as well, which the Champions came with from factory, and it's had all this work done to it. When I saw it, I thought of Leon. And I thought, if I buy this car and give it away on Planet Dreams or buy it as a bit of stock, he's going to say, Calvin, do you know what? I would have wanted that car myself. Whereas if I bought it and said to him, Leon, I bought it for you as a surprise, then he's then got the option to do whatever he wants with it. So we bought it at long last after months of waiting, gave it to him, and he drove it. He drove it literally last week or a couple of days ago, and come back. He said, Calv, do you know what? This is his first proper drive on his own. He said, I like it, but what are we going to do with this car? We're in reception. I was just talking about the GTE out the back, Leon. You don't want it, do you?
I do want it.
Yeah.
But I don't have anywhere inside where I can actually keep it. Mm-hmm. The only place I can keep it is here, but that means every time I want to use it, and I'm not always based here, so although I'm here today, I'm here because it's between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah, of course.
Which generally I'm not. It's only because I'm not open the other end. So coming out, realistic, I just know I'm not going to drive over here, jump out my IA, pick that car up. I'd probably use it for like your car show once a year.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a waste of that car.
I kind of knew this when we bought it, so what's the plan?
I think there's two options. Sell it, or give it away on Planet of Dreams. I think partly for me as well, one of the things for me is I think you work and you get rewards. The fact that you've just given me that car, it doesn't sit right. I don't want to be given anything for nothing. And I know you've done it for your own reasons. Even if I entered a competition, at least I entered a competition. I haven't even won this car in a competition. I just think for somebody to come up to me and say, there's a car, or that's coming from you, that for me just doesn't feel like a reward for something.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You ain't worked for it.
I haven't worked for it.
And I can feel that from you even on the day. And even me giving it to you, it's like we share our lives, share our money, share everything we're doing. It's just, it does feel a bit like, although it's cool. And then when I saw it, you sprung to mind straight away. As soon as I saw that car, I thought of you. And I thought, you've got to have this car. But then I knew that if we just bought it, give it to you, and filmed a video, then off the back of that, you can decide what you want to do.
Yeah, and I feel like, if you said to me, what do I feel like? I feel like the best thing for that car is for it to go on Planet of Dreams and let somebody else have the chance to own it.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
And for anyone that ain't got the money to enter, you can enter for free, can't you? So if anyone wants to enter for their chance to win that car, entries will be, you can buy as many entries as you want for 29p or whatever they'll be. But if you ain't got 29p, which some people genuinely don't, then enter for free. Just make sure you get your one free entry, because you just don't know. We have people winning stuff for free on there all the bloody time. So we'll get it on Planet Dreams, and when whoever wins it can come and collect it from Leon.
There you go.
I'll let him do the handover.
We'll go out for a drive.
Go out for a drive in it, yeah? But again, we've had people win cars on Planet Dreams, and they are, we mentioned, I don't know if we've mentioned it just yet, Andy, who won the Golf R, he was perfect for that car. No, do you know what? A better one was Kyle, wasn't it? Kyle from Houghton, Dunstable. He won the Astra VXR, which done really well.
Yeah.
And he was so happy. He was the perfect winner for that car. He's a Vauxhall guy. He'd actually bought a Vauxhall Astra off us years ago.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he bought a Vauxhall Astra off us at BINCA. I think it was at the old site. And he won the Astra VXR, and he was the perfect man for that car, and he's kept it. So that might happen with the GTE.
I think it will be. I don't know. I just feel like that car will end up going to the right person who appreciates. If you're entering that competition for that car, I would say mostly for that car, people entering will want that car.
We'll want it, yeah, definitely. It's such a unique thing, isn't it?
It is.
Well,
if I change my mind, delete this.
Yeah. I'm sure he won't.
I won't.
Sorted, yeah, so we'll get it straight on the website. If you want to be a chance of winning it, I'll link that in the description below, yeah? On it. Conveniently, another brother's just walked into reception. Curtis, Jerome drove your car around. Is it getting clean because you're selling it?
No, I'm getting an AC condenser switch replaced in it. Just makes the fan kind of go into a fail-safe where it's constantly blowing, just to protect the engine. Yeah.
I've never heard of that as a problem.
No, it was one of them ones where the mechanics weren't even that sure of it, but just a bit of digging on the forums always helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course,
Quite a lot of people just took it into BMW, didn't end up being a big fix, just the AC condenser switch, I think they're called.
And you're daily driving that at the minute?
Yeah, me and Hannah, so Hannah drives it most of the week, to be fair.
That is sick that she's driving that, isn't it?
Yeah, she loves it because she works at BMW Bedford Mechanics, like the motor bodies for the college. The students love it as well. So.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
I bet that's wicked. Imagine her putting up to work in that. The students must be thinking, what? There's always that one school teacher, was it Miss Roddy, wasn't it? Was it Miss Roddy?
Miss Patterson, she had the 328 Sport, didn't she?
She actually had an E36.
E36, yeah.
That's jokes, isn't it? Hannah's pulling up in an M3. That is wicked.
She loves it. She loves it. And to be fair, students do as well. Like they really love M cars, so and they all sort of know you. So
That's so
it just doubles up, doesn't it?
Double bubble, yeah. That is wicked.
What year is the M3?
It's a 64, but a 2015.
And what year was your Porsche?
That was a 2011.
Oh, so
actually no, 2013, 63.
How does it compare to your Porsche? M3 compared to a 911?
Because you're a Porsche guy as well. Are you more of a Porsche guy than you are a BMW guy?
Yeah, definitely.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, definitly.
But you've had a few BMs, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was BMW all the years. Literally all my first few cars were all BMWs. Had my 320i and 335i.
That was a wicked car.
That was a wicked car. You did a video on it with the versus E46
Yeah,
M3.
yeah, we did, yeah.
About 5 or 6, maybe longer than that, probably 8 years ago. And then just sort of naturally as you do, you kind of mature or get a bit older, I guess, and you start to think 911s don't look so old man cars now. You become an old man.
You're suddenly more fitting for a 911.
Literally, exactly. Definitely. But they drive so different. 911's got that stability at the rear, but BMWs feel like really, almost the opposite, where they want to encourage you to get the back end out.
Yeah.
So if you're somebody that loves to drift or to throw it sideways or whatnot, you probably absolutely love an M3.
Yeah.
And it's so torquey as well, because
I love them.
The F80, so you've got the turbos and you really feel it versus the 911 naturally aspirated, isn't it?
Yeah, they drive different. They do drive different, but for me, I ain't ready for a Porsche, man. BMW all the way.
They are good cars. Yeah. And for the price point, like, is there a better car for? I think that one's 28. I think we've got it up for sale. Is there a better car for that money?
I don't think so.
I don't know, man.
For me personally, there is not a better car for the money. That car is my kind of car for the money.
It is a cool car, man.
It is.
It really is. Love them, really love them. BMWs are just wicked.
Yeah, they are.
Always been a BMW family, didn't we?
Yeah, we love them.
I didn't really stand a chance, suppose with you, my older brother.
Yeah, brainwash.
Literally. From the youngest age ever, used to coming home, E46 M3.
We used to love an M3, didn't we?
Loved an M3. Loved an M3.
I would buy Leon one, but it'd just give it away on Planet Dreams.
I was just thinking, an E46 M3 is a good car for you to keep and have. I know you got your estate one that's.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll do a video another time about that. But if you had a coupe, when you went to Mark's house, he's got that.
That car was nice.
E46 M3. What was the mileage on that?
I can't remember the mileage on it, but yeah, it was nice. It was a facelift, grey, black leather, manual as well. That was a proper car. He won't sell that car.
I know. And when you was walking around, I could see even your body language. You were just keen to buy that.
I wanted that car.
Kept walking away, and even like your mouth was going, Mark. How? I'm not selling that car.
I wanted that car.
That was a sick car, man. I remember you coming home with it. It's so
cool.
Yeah.
I think at the time, did you sell the flat in Marsh Farm? You bought one and you bought one, innit?
Well, no, what happened was we sold a flat in Marsh Farm, and I think Leon bought an M3 and I bought a Civic Type R.
Oh yeah, it was it?
That was it,
wasn't it?
So I had an EP3, so that was like my first fast car, the EP3.
Sick. Had the NOS.
It had NOS, yeah. I bought it from Chris at Auto Talk. That's the first time we met him.
Of course it was. You went out of your way to ring him afterwards, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tracked him down.
Years later, I was like, mate, are you the guy that sold the Civic Type R years ago? He's like, yeah. It turned out we're friends now, obviously, all these years later.
Yeah, it's a small world, isn't it?
But yeah.
But do you know what? One thing with BMWs, and I think they do deserve a bit of a plug, is I had an M3, a Y-Ridge 2001, so that car I think it was about 5-6 years old at the time.
This is such a good story.
And I spent all my money, at the time I was about 25, and I spent £16,000, which was literally all of my money. I might have had £300-400 left in the bank. And I bought this M3, and it had a little knocking noise from somewhere underneath. So I put it into BMW, said, can you service it, because it was dual service, and can you check out the knocking noise on the back? And they said, yeah, we can, but I think at the time it might have been £75 to do a road test. I thought, well, I may as well pay for it, because it just conclude what this problem is. So they've serviced it, give me the car back. About a week later, I was doing about 60 miles an hour in 5th gear, up a Barton cutting, so it's like a dual carriageway.
Christmas Eve.
and the engine blew up. Bottom end went, it was the shells, apparently it was a common fault, which I didn't know at the time. Bottom end went, oil underneath, phoned Calvin up. Calvin had a Transit at the time, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Bought the tow rope, come and picked me up. Christmas Day that year was awful. You can imagine, I felt like I'd lost everything.
I remember that.
So
everything, your whole thing had gone into that car. That was like
everything had gone into that car.
Devastated, I remember.
And yeah, that was a horrible Christmas day. I remember it. In between Christmas and New Year, Specialist Cars, that's what it was at the time, not Sittner, they were open. And they said, bring the car down, let's have a look at it. They phoned me up and they said it needs a new engine. The engine's it's not even worth trying to fix it. It's not a rebuild, it's gone. The piston had gone through the bottom end, the conrod, sorry. I think they quoted £12,500 to supply and fit an engine. I spoke to them and said, look, you serviced it last week, you've done a road check in it, you said it was all okay, there was no noises, blah, blah, blah. They come back and they said, look, you pay £500 excess, come and pick up a courtesy car so you can use that in the meantime, and we'll sort this problem for you. So bearing in mind, this car, I think it was 5 or 6 years old at the time, so it was a good 2-3 years out of warranty. And the final bill, although I didn't pay it, I think it come to £18,500.
There's more.
I paid the £500 and they done the rest. And I remember getting that car back and opening the bonnet, and it was a brand new block. The whole engine was new. They put a new throttle body on it, they put a new manifold on it because particles had gone through. They literally, so that's why it went well over the 12,500, is because they replaced so much more.
And you got a receipt to say with the car, so you now had this Y-Reg M3 with a brand new engine with a receipt from BMW to say that it had all these parts fitted by BMW. It was a lovely car.
It was a better car than when I bought it. So I've got this M3 back, and I just think, so that was one experience, and then I've just had other experiences with BMW, and you might hear other stories elsewhere, I don't know, but in my experience with BMW, they've just been so good. Specialist Cars in Luton, which are now Sittner in Luton, they definitely deserve a shout out because they've been so good. Andy there, we've known Andy for a long time.
For years, yeah, and even now I work with Sittner as a group, Sittner BMW. They're just brilliant.
They've just been so good, and so I just think, funny. BMW's a brand. They've just always been there for us, didn't they? They've been good.
The same story happened with me. I had my 335 and I went to BMW Stevenage. For about 2 years I had that car.
Yeah.
And it went out of warranty, and I had my catalytic converter go, and that was $2,500. And they asked me for 10% to cover as an excess, innit? So I paid £250. They did it as a goodwill gesture.
Wicked.
Yeah.
They were part of the same group, weren't they?
Yeah,
Stevenage.
that's it, yeah.
Yeah, they are good.
Really good. Got nothing but good things to say about even the service experience I had there when I was getting my car done, any work. Really, really good people, I'd say, at BMW. Whereas one of my mates, he's got a brand new RS3 and he's been having nothing but dramas with Audi main dealer, to the point that he said he's flat out never buying a brand new Audi again. But his missus got a BMW and she says nothing but good things about BMW Milton Keynes. So I think it says a lot. Customer service goes a long way with main dealers, doesn't it?
Definitely. BMW, it's all about BMW, man. We sell loads of them as well. I love a BMW.
We sell loads of them. But I was just thinking, it's funny that when you grow up, it's a bit like banks. With NatWest Banks, I remember a bit before I was younger, but NatWest Banks, they used to give you, a lot of people might not remember this, but they used to give you little piggy banks to put your money in. And they were literally pigs. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember, yeah.
But you can see why they've done that, because they know they catch a teenager at the point of banking. The chances are, I don't know how long you've been with your bank, anyone watching this, but it's a good time to capture people. And now you've probably got things like GTA games. I don't know what games that you play that you drive cars, but that's a good point to get people as children, as teenagers, because as they get older, they'll have that implanted in their brain that they like that brand of car. And for us, Dad had a 635, didn't he? So I just think for us growing up, we had that
as an influence on us growing up. Definitely. BMW was
BMW, definitely. So I think it's just been there. And then I had that experience, and you had an E46 M3. Curtis got his E46 320 probably because I think it's just always kind of been there in the background, isn't it?
100%. It's had an influence on us as a family, and as a result of it, even now as car dealers, we try to buy BMWs. We buy a lot of BMWs, but it's interesting you say that because it's basic marketing, isn't it? That is basic marketing. Just getting people on side earlier on in life. I was talking to on this video earlier about basic marketing. We were talking about grouping cars up, didn't we, in the yard, like small cars, SUVs, whatever. And that there with what BMW, even Lamborghini, they all do it. Lamborghini have invited me previously, not recently, they do like social events. And they get you in through the door. They know you're a business owner. They get you through the door. They show you all the new cars. They show people handing them over, like buying a new car. And it makes you think. And then years down the line, when you're in a position to buy a Lamborghini, you've got that relationship, haven't you?
I think a lot of them are doing that. I think Mark McCann actually mentioned that in your video, something about Lamborghini and them being they've changed a little bit now, but HRO and that they were very sociable before.
Yeah.
Because like you say, a lot of people might have one, but there's also a lot of people that haven't got a Lamborghini or whatever it might be, a Rolls Royce, that will go there inspired to get one, and one day when they are in a position to buy one, they'll be back there.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good way of doing it.
It is, it really is, yeah. Just keeping customers on side, isn't it? So important.
That was like what happened with, I think that's what the guy said when we was at Goodwood that first time we went at the Rolls Royce stand, and he said
same thing, yeah.
He said same thing, yeah. You know, because they treated us literally like we were royalty, held the door open for us, told us in, spent a good amount of time with us as well. It wasn't like he was trying to get us off because he knew we couldn't afford one. He literally answered our questions for about 15-20 minutes.
He heavily accommodated us, like
So
as if we were buying that car, but we generally we weren't looking to buy a brand new Rolls Royce. There's no hope.
It was no hope at all. He's telling us about the lamb's wool on the floor and everything like that, telling us to feel it, explaining what sheep it was sheared from in Australia or New Zealand, whatever.
Yeah.
And he just said, I said to him, sorry, like, you know, you've been so good to us. Why is that almost, isn't it? And he said, you know, we don't know if one day you might be a Rolls Royce customer. We wouldn't want to offend you now when you're on your journey, you know. And it's what so true, isn't it?
So good, isn't
So
it?
good.
Well, if I'm ever making it, I definitely won't walk away from Rolls Royce with their customer service, will I?
Nah, you're right.
It's such a valid point, isn't it?
So basic, but yeah, so valuable, isn't it?
So valuable.
I think a lot of the bigger, like even like football is a big thing, isn't it? They sell stickers, they sell computer games. It's all obviously all part of it. If you've grown up and you've taken to Man United or Chelsea or Arsenal or whatever, it definitely installs it for the future, doesn't it?
Definitely does.
So all these industries, a lot of them do sort of tap in from a young age.
They actually do. But Curtis is getting old now, so
He's going to get another boy.
Literally. It's funny because even when you're saying that you bought it for, you say 12 and a half, that E46 that went, and it's 4 or 5 years old, or 16 grand.
16,000 I think
it was 12 and a half to do the engine repair, wasn't it? But 18 and a half it worked out to be. But I just thought how funny it is that a 4 or 5 year old car back on M3 back then would be that price. You think a 4 or 5 year old M3 now is 50, 60 grand?
yeah,
the value of money's changed.
Dramatically, innit?
it's crazy.
And it's funny because, like you say, the E46 or even BMWs when we were growing up, they were rare. So if you see an E46 drive by, that was like almost like seeing a Ferrari, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Special, really special.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And nowadays they're so common. You think there'd be, if anything, there'd be less of them on the road because they're more expensive. But now they're more expensive than ever, and there's still more on the road.
Yeah.
Shows you that power of marketing, but also the business is expanding and.
Crazy though, isn't it?
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm just thinking, Curtis might be, you might be able to put this on the video actually, has finance from when we were in our 20s, from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, all the way up till now, if you had a graph, is it because finance borrowing has gone up? Is that why there's more cars on the road? I don't remember being early 20s and a lot of my friends really having finance for a car.
People didn't have finance.
I think you either really bought a car or you didn't.
PCP changed a lot of things, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Made it affordable.
Made it affordable and monthly payments down.
I say this a lot about, I've said it a lot on the channel over the years, the difference between a Mark 6 Golf R and a Mark 7 Golf R. You go on Auto Trader now, look how many Mark 6 Golf Rs there are and how many Mark 7s. At that point in time, that's when finance really changed. Mark 7 Golf Rs, you could buy one for about 300 quid a month. Granted, it was like renting one and you didn't ever own it, but it just made it so affordable to own the latest Golf R. So as a result of it, VW must have sold so many more Golf Rs of that era than they did any other one because they were just so affordable.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah.
Finance generally it's changed. Even like a new Range Rover nowadays is over 100 grand. Like, people back in them days they wouldn't have sold no cars, would they?
No.
Whereas now, the turnovers of these manufacturers, they must be massive in comparison to what they used to be because of the ability or what's available to the consumer.
Yeah.
As far as funding is concerned.
And would you say as buyers compared to when you started out, was there much finance options for you to offer to customers, independent dealers, or was it something that more main dealers could offer finance? Or did you have like one finance company you could work with?
There's definitely a lot more finance companies.
Seems like there's so many finance options now, and that's competition brings down the finance.
Of course it does, yeah. They're all fighting with each other to get the customer a better deal.
That's it, yeah. So I wonder how much.
That's changed a lot.
Yeah, that's changed as well, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going to end the video there. Let's go for a walk. Let's continue to. We've been filming for a long time, haven't we? We've been filming for a long time, but I don't know. I'm on it, mate. On it. Back on it. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Congratulations. So, yeah, guys, I think that's everything. There was so much I wanted to cover. I feel like I've covered it. Just casual conversation. Standing here, freezing cold, in our yards. I'm ready for 2025, and I hope you lot are as well. It's exciting. Whatever you're doing, whether you're in the car trade or outside of the car trade, you're at work, you're in business, whatever you're doing, man, it's all about just feeling happy, feeling positive, feeling excited for the new year. And that's certainly how I'm feeling. I feel like something I've missed. There probably is something I've missed. When I watch this edit, I'll be like, didn't talk about that. But I think that's everything for now, all right? Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you like this video. Do me a favour, and I always say this to the end of the video and I forget. Hit the subscribe button, because like, people say to me, Cav, I can't believe you're not 500,000 subscribers. You're not 1 million subscribers. How are you at only 200 odd thousand subscribers? Let's get to 300,000. Small steps, yeah? Small steps. 300k. That's the goal I want to hit as soon as possible. Hit the subscribe button, hit like if you like this video, and I'll see ya in the next one, yeah? Literally after filming this video, the Suzuki Liana that we bought from Drive Tribe sold.